This is the story from the Bible that we call Joseph's Colourful Coat. One day a long time ago, Joseph's father gave him a very colourful coat. It made his brothers jealous. Why does he get a new coat and we don't? He's always the favourite, they complained. Joseph was also a dreamer, and one night he dreamed 2 dreams. In the first dream, 11 bundles of wheat gathered around Joseph's bundle and bowed down to it. In the second dream, the sun, moon, and 11 stars bowed to Joseph. Joseph told his brothers about the dreams. "Are we going to bow down to you one day?" they said. They were so cross that one day they stripped him of his colourful coat and threw him into an empty well in the desert. "What shall we do with him?" they asked each other. "Shall we kill him and tear up his coat and tell father that a wild animal has eaten him?" "No," they said, "let's sell him into slavery." And they saw a camel train coming through the desert, merchants who were on their way to Egypt. And they called them and said, "We would like to sell you our brother and take him down with you into Egypt as a slave." And the merchants gave good money to take Joseph. And they tied him to their camels and carried him off to Egypt. In the meantime, the brothers returned to their father with Joseph's torn, colourful coat. His father saw the coat and said, "Joseph is dead," and was very sad. But Joseph wasn't dead. He was alive in Egypt, but he was a slave. And soon somebody tricked him, and he ended up in prison. Whilst he was in prison, he met 2 men, the king's butler and the king's baker, and they both had dreams. "We've had 2 dreams. What do they mean?" they asked Joseph. The first man said, "I had a dream. What does it mean? I squeezed 3 grapevines into the king's cup." "That means," said Joseph, "that in 3 days the king will call you back into the palace and you will serve him wine once again." The baker said, "I had a dream. What does it mean? I had 3 baskets of bread, but birds came and pecked the bread." Joseph said sadly, "God knows what your dream means. In 3 days you will die." The king of Egypt also had 2 dreams. In the first dream, 7 skinny cows ate 7 fat cows. In the second dream, 7 straggly cornstalks ate 7 strong cornstalks. But the king of Egypt did not know what the dreams meant. But the man who served him wine said, "I know someone who can tell you what the dreams mean. His name is Joseph. I met him in prison." And so it was that the king of Egypt called Joseph from the prison. "I had 2 dreams. What do they mean?" he asked Joseph. And Joseph told him what the dreams meant, that the 7 fat cows and the 7 full grains of corn meant 7 years of plenty, and the 7 skinny cows and the 7 straggly cornstalks meant 7 years of famine. "You need someone to control the food in these years to come," he said. The king was so pleased he put Joseph in charge. And Joseph looked after the corn in the years of plenty, so there was some left for the years of famine. And so everyone had food to eat. The word got around that there was food in Egypt. Far away, Joseph's father and brothers were hungry. "Oh no, what shall we do?" they said. "We will go to Egypt. They have plenty of food." And so it was that they made the long journey. They arrived in Egypt and bowed down before the man in charge of food. Imagine their surprise when they looked up and saw that it was Joseph. Joseph was so pleased to see his father, even his brothers who had sold him into slavery. The dream had come true that he'd had so long before. One day they would come and bow down before him